All right, let's begin. It's go time. Come into child's pose. Toes together, knees out wide. And ease your hips back toward your heels. If that is painful to be in child's pose, you could always lay on your back and do it. You can stretch your fingers forward and you can rock from side to side. And I love it that we start in child's pose because it's like beginning again. Yeah, and there's a real child there next to Nally. I love it. Exhale and press everything out. Soak a deep breath in from your fingertips to your hips. Fill up. Exhale, rinse everything out. Do that again. Balloon breath down into your hips, your low back, your sacrum. Feel those body parts expand. Exhale, press down into your palms. Maybe even tent your palms up so that you're getting even more of a stretch in your shoulders, and you can rock from side to side. You can roll your forehead. And then curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So today, I'm not going to really talk about, tell a story. And I do want to set an intent for the class, is to feel for, in each moment, each breath, what there is to be grateful for. Man, if you just make it to a yoga mat in any given day, it's already a pretty good day, right? It gets better as soon as you get on the mat. Spread your fingers really wide and then knuckle down into every knuckle. Yeah, so you flatten your hands out like you're putting your hand inside of a glove. Spread your hand bones. Put teeny tiny bends in your knees. Fire up your thigh muscles. Inhale and lift up your low belly. Lift up your tailbone. Exhale, reach your heels down to the mat like they're magnetized, reaching for the earth. Get your deep breath turned on. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. When you get all the way forward, inhale and come up halfway. Scoop your heart and lengthen out the back of your neck. Exhale, bow forward. Bend your knees a lot, ragdoll. Let your ribs rest on your thighs. You can separate your feet a little wider, Angela. Yeah, there you go. A little wider, Lisa. Let it be wide. Relax your neck, yes. And you can take a hold of opposite elbows, but there's one move that I really like, which is interlacing my fingers at the base of my skull and letting the weight of my arms traction out my upper back, my spine. So Andrew, bring your elbows a little closer together and see what that does. And then inhale, pull the pit of your belly up to the ceiling. Spread your sitting bones. Exhale, forward fold more, draw your belly in. Relax your torso. Release your arms. Exhale everything out. Inhale, roll all the way up. Feeling how great it is to be alive and on a yoga mat today. How lucky are you? Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Soft bow of your head. 3 ohms together. An ohm is the sound that the yogis say created the whole universe. And through this sound, we get to tap into this idea that we are in creation, we are part of creation. We get to co-create with the universe. Exhale everything out. Big inhale for Om. Breathe in. Rinse everything out. Let's flow. Sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up, low belly back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and come up halfway. Exhale, step back to the top of a plank, top of a push-up. Place your knees on the ground. This is modified chaturanga. Bring your heart forward. Slowly lower all the way down. Press the earth away from you as you lower down with your hands. There you go. Low cobra. Point your toes. Slide your hands forward about 12 inches. Lift your elbows, Angela. Inhale and pull your heart forward. And then just a little bit up. Make the back of your neck long, Jacqueline. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your hands back under your shoulders, belly back, and go back to down dog. Make the sides of your feet parallel to the sides of your mat. So that might just mean widening your heels a little bit so that energetically your inner thighs, your inner legs are moving backwards. And you can pedal your knees out right and left. You could raise one leg and bend your knees, stack your hips if that feels good. You can sway from side to side. This is you waking up into your wise, beautiful, intelligent body. Do that. Now you press down into the index finger and thumb a little more because you're kind of letting your fingers bubble up, and that can get into your wrists. I like that move, Janet. Yeah, you got your own style. Okay. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Bend your knees low. Exhale and walk, or maybe lightly hop to the front of your mat. When you get forward, inhale and halfway lift. Lift your toes, lift your heart. Exhale, bow forward, relax your neck right away. Inhale, rise and shine. Press into your inner feet, lift through your heart. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. You can have your knees down like we did in the first one, or you can keep your knees up. Inhale, up dog or cobra, maybe a little higher this time. Draw your shoulders onto your back. Exhale, come down, down dog, belly in, go back. Ujjayi, that's the breath of victory. You know, my daughter's a cheerleader now. It's very exciting. And there's this cheer, V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. That's the whatever battle cry, right? Like V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. That's the yogi battle cry right here. Take a big breath into your upper back. Victorious breath. Ujjayi means victory. Exhale. Wrap your shoulder blades toward your armpits and tweeze your inner arms in just a little. Inhale, look to the front of your mat between your hands. Bend your knees. Exhale, walk or float your hips high and go to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Bow forward, breathe out. Inhale, rise up, go high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, wide collarbones. High to low, chaturanga, you go. Elbows go straight back in chaturanga, knees up or down. Up dog or cobra, press your pinky toenails into the mat. Exhale, down dog. Find your Ujjayi breath. And if down dog just seems so easy that you get bored, you could always hover your elbows, bend them until they're 2 inches off the ground and squeeze your upper arms and your chest muscles in. That's called turbo dog. So you get to decide. Regular old down dog or turbo dog. Albina, lift your collarbones just a little. There you go. So that just opened up your upper back a little more. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, float like a butterfly or walk. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the sky. As you reach up, lengthen your tailbone down to your heels. Exhale, land your hands at your heart. Tadasana. Sun salutation B. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose, which is also called Utkatasana. Lean into your heels. Jackie, make your heels a little wider. Just the heels. Pull the pit of your belly to your spine. Draw your front ribs into your body. Inhale and sit lower. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, wide collarbones. Exhale, chaturanga. If you jump back, land with your elbows already bent. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Inner ankles to the midline, draw in. Down dog. Right side, warrior one. Plant your right foot between your hands, spin your back heel down. We're gonna stay here for a full breath. Inhale, lift your heart up, rebend your knee. Exhale, draw your left ribs forward as you draw your right ribs back, settle in. Inhale, scoop the back of your heart up to the sky. Exhale, hands plant to the ground, chaturanga, high to low, push up, step back. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Little bend in your elbow and up dog. Down dog, belly in, go back. Left side, warrior one. Plant your left foot like a warrior. Inhale and rise high. Exhale, settle in. Draw your left ribs back. Spin your outer right hip and ribs forward. Inhale, lift up your sternum. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low. And you flow with grace, with ease. Inhale, up dog. Imagine you're putting your head, top of your head, through the ceiling. Down dog. Ujjayi breath. Feel how strong and supported your body is. Even if it's shaking, it hasn't given up yet, right? It can hold. Your body has more capacity than you can imagine. It's usually our brain that gives up first. Our body is strong, it's wise, it's resilient, can heal. Inhale, look to the front of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, walk, step, or float. Halfway up, spin your inner thighs back, heart forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, chair. Lean into your heels, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, chaturanga, go back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your heart through. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side, just one breath this time. Right foot. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga. You go, high to low. Up dog, lift your heart. Down dog, lift your hips, go back. Left side, warrior one. Roots arise, go high. Chaturanga low, you flow with grace, with ease. Up dog. Down dog. Find one spot at the back of your mat. That's your drishti, or maybe in your all the way up to your belly. Claire, bend your knees a little bit and really reach your heels down to the mat now and feel that stretch. There you go. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Walk, step, or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Utkatasana, chair pose. Lean into your heels, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, chaturanga, go back. Inhale, up dog, lift the crown of your head up. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one, right side. Plant your right foot, press through the outside of your back foot, lift high. Chaturanga low. You go. Up dog. And down dog. Left side, warrior one. Chaturanga, high to low. Upward facing dog. Reach back to your big toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Easy breath out. Down dog is always an opportunity to reconnect to that really intentional ujjayi, that slight constriction at the back of your throat. Lisa, wrap your shoulder blades toward your armpits a little bit more. So make more space in your upper back. Send your shoulder blades away from one another. Yes. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Bend your knees low. Exhale, float or walk. Halfway up. All the way down, fold. Chair pose, like you're throwing confetti in the air. Lift your heart. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Go back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Listen for the change. Inhale, float your right leg up to the sky behind you. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and round your spine like a cat. Yes, do that again. Inhale, go up and back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, go up and back. Exhale, this time knee to your nose and step your foot between your hands. Inhale and rise up into crescent warrior. Hands to your heart, take a twist, twisting warrior. Left elbow, right knee. You can always have your back knee down, which is a great modification if this is too intense, or if you just would like a little more support. Or if your back knee is up, really lift the back leg up. Angela, lift your left hip about 3 inches up. And then tweeze your right hip in. Yes. Inhale, lengthen from your back heel through your heart. Get long. Exhale, dial your heart open and send both shoulder blades down your back. Cinch up your inner legs for more support and draw your low belly to your spine. Claire, scoop the front of your heart forward and up like a little baby back bend. Yes, you just got like 4 inches longer in your torso. Now, spin the barrel of your chest to the sky. Inhale to crescent. Come on up. Open up warrior 2. Extended side angle. Right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm straight up to the sky like you're giving the universe a cosmic high five. You're catching all that wonderful energy that's coming to you. But if you don't open up to it, it just misses you. So open your hand, open your heart. Exhale, press down into both feet. Get strong in your roots. Inhale, lengthen up through both sides of your ribs and branch open your collarbones. Exhale, pull the pit of your belly in and tuck both sitting bones back to your back heel. Good. If you want, you could take a bind. You could take a half bind. You could take Bird of Paradise. Ashley's already doing that. She didn't have to wait. So if you have a different version, you can put your hand on the ground or on a block. You could do it. I like that Andrew's doing talk to your kid asana. Slide your shoulder blades away from your ears. And then birds, come on down. Big breath in. Hands to the mat. Chaturanga. You flow high to low. You just let it go and it's gone. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. You have another side. Inhale, float your left leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists when you do that. Yes. Inhale, go up and back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Round. Yes. Inhale, go up and back. On the third one, knee to your nose and then step. Rise up into crescent. Lift your back heel. Hands to your heart and you twist. Twisting crescent or twisting warrior. First thing is extension in a twist. Inhale, get long like a little baby back bend. Lift and telescope your ribs up out of your waist. That means they get wider and longer away from your hips. Then exhale, spin your right ribs forward and your left ribs back. Press down into both arms and pull your shoulder blades down your back. Breathe the whole line of your shape. Easy breath in. Nice and easy breath out. Inhale to crescent. Open up, warrior 2. Extended side angle. Left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm straight up to the sky at first. This is a chest opening version, so feel your right side ribs, chest opening. Exhale and get earth in your feet like you're mashing down through the mat. Inhale, lengthen your abdominal line. Exhale, ease your shoulders down your back. And now if you're going, you can go to a deeper version. And deeper sometimes means stay exactly where you are and breathe more deeply. That's also deeper. Low belly to your spine for support for your low back. There you go. Good adjustment, Claire. Yeah, and you could hang your head down. I like that you're doing that, Alyssa. Open up across your collarbones. Birds, if you're up, come down. Everyone, giant breath across your heart. Hands to the mat, let it go. It's gone. Chaturanga. Knees can be up or down. Up dog. Bend your elbows a little, Ashley. Yes. Down dog. Big breath in. Fill, 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 and then open your mouth, let a sound out. Ah. Inhale, look to the top of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, float or walk to the front. Halfway lift, scoop your heart. Bow, relax your neck. Inhale, chair. Crescent prayer twist. Hands to your heart and twist. Left elbow, right knee. Or I guess it's thunderbolt chair twist, sorry. Left elbow, right knee, yeah. You can also have your bottom hand on a block or the earth. That might feel better. It doesn't have to go across your knee. It can go to the first knee. Draw your left knee and left hip back in line with your right knee and right hip. And then dip your hips down low. Lift your heart high. Maybe you open your arms. Some of you could take side crow. Inhale back to chair. Come to the center, belly in, squeeze your inner legs. Other side, hands to your heart, thunderbolt prayer twist. Other side. I love my other side. Yeah, that's a good thing. You can be grateful that you don't have 20 sides. Like a Dungeon and Dragon die, you know? It had like 24 sides, and then we would be here for 3 hours just doing this pose. Bend your knees low and lift your heart high. Okay, forward fold, let it go. Fingers to big toe pose. Separate your feet at least hip width apart, maybe wider. Take your first 2 fingers and wrap up your big toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine like a little baby back bend down toward the mat. Exhale, pull with your arms out to the right and left. Let your biceps turn on. Relax your neck. There you go. Everybody listen to this cue. Take a big breath into your upper back and shoulders. Exhale, pull with your arms. Let your collarbones go wide and soften the top palate of your mouth down to the mat. Draw low belly in. Take a big inhale into low back and sacrum. Feel your sitting bones spreading wide. Exhale, bow forward more. Let your shoulders come up your back. Release all that. Joy, hands to big toe pose. Slide your hands underneath your feet and stand on your hands. Palms up. That might mean you have to bend your knees an immense amount to get your hands under your feet. And then fold. Alyssa, relax your neck. Bend your elbows out to the side and then pull with your arms. Use your biceps. You don't get to use your biceps that much in yoga. So now let your elbows go out to the right and left like you're telling somebody a secret, like, psst, you know, giving them an elbow, and then pull. Release. Malasana. Separate your feet out hip width apart or mat width apart and then sit, yogi squat. You can have your heels up or down. Hands in prayer if you can. Lift your heart high. If it feels like you're going to fall over backwards, one trick, Albina, maybe you could show them, is to stick your arms straight out in front of you. Like out in front of you, palms up. Yeah, that can help you from falling over right there. Yeah, but hands in prayer if you can. Lift your heart. And then crow pose if you want it, or you can stay in Malasana. Crow pose is your feet come together, come up onto your toes, knees go out wide, Bring your torso in between your legs and then plant the backs of your arms into your upper shins. Lift your butt and maybe your toes come up. 2 more breaths here. Albina, heels to your butt, round your spine. Whoa. Chaturanga if you've got it. Good job, Jonathan. Oh, there you go. Yes, Janet, I see you. Shoulders onto your back. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. If you shoot back into chaturanga, amazing. If you did not shoot back into chaturanga, it's still amazing. All right, moving right along. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Walk or float to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Lift your toes too. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Like you mean it. Sit a little lower in it. Cook. Let yourself cook. Draw your knees back. Lift your heart up. Sit between 2 and 37 inches lower and then look straight ahead of you instead of looking down. So you're not straining the back of your neck, but you're lifting your heart. So Jonathan, look up just a little. There you go. Yes, arms back. Sit a little lower. Take a big breath in. Exhale, straighten your legs. Tadasana, hands to your heart. Eagle pose is next. Garuda Asana. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Wrap your right arm under your left and your right leg over your left, and you go. Braid up your upper thighs, braid up your elbows and wrists, and sit low. Maybe your foot hooks behind your calf. That would be supercalifragilistic. Maybe it won't. That's also supercalifragilistic. Lean more weight into your heels. Inhale and lift your back bottom ribs, the back of your heart, and the top of your heart. Exhale, draw down with your elbows. Release. Inhale, unwind your arms and legs, go up. Other side, left arm under, left leg over. Garuda Asana. So you can feel your eagle wings spreading across your back, even though you're drawing in at the front with your legs, with your arms. Feel for the breath move across your upper back and then anchor down by sinking your hips and heels down. And from that anchoring, lift your heart high. Unwind your arms and legs, go up, release. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let's dance. Dancer's pose. Pick up your right foot from the inside. Stretch your left arm up high. And then press your foot back to start. Send the back of your heart forward and up. And then even though you can't see your toes behind you, spread your toes. Really beautiful poses, y'all. Find the center line by pressing your back ankle into your foot and then wrap your outer left thigh to the ground. Excuse me, outer right thigh to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Release. Switch legs, right foot down, pick up your left foot from the inside. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, you dance by pressing your foot back. Let the pose be driven by the strength of your leg going back. And when you're really pressing back, your upper body, your heart can be soft. Exhale and press down through your standing foot for earth, for stability. Now you wrap your outer left thigh, outer left hip toward the earth. There you go. Ease your shoulders down your back, lift your heart. Don't release just yet. Okay, come on out. Hands to your heart, release. Tree pose. Shift your weight into your left leg, pick up your right foot from the inside, and it can go on your ankle, it can go on your calf, it can go on your thigh. Then bring your hands to your heart. Like a tree find roots. Imagine that all of the bottom of your foot was pressing down through the bottom of the mat. Then find your center like your trunks. Hug your thighs together. Press your palms. Draw your low belly in. And then if you feel stable and rooted, you can branch out. You can open your arms. You could lift up. You could start to look up and look back. Challenge yourself. Maybe see the ceiling. Maybe see a little more of the ceiling. Lengthen your tailbone toward your heels. And release. Switch asana. Do the other side. Right foot down, left foot up. Make your breath immense in this pose. Ujjayi. Earth, center line, expression. Go. You go from that place. And when you're really, really getting advanced, earth, center line, and expression can happen all at the same time, all at once. But it may be methodical step by step now. Earth. Hug into the center line. And then from the center of your bones, radiate out. Release. Let that joy go. And come on back to the front of your mat for a little more flowing. Hands to your heart. Exhale everything out. And let's flow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, you go. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Step your right foot into crescent. Inhale and rise up. Open up warrior two. Triangle. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, reach your fingertips long toward your front foot. Hips to the back heel. Exhale and tilt. Right. Place your right hand on something solid. It could be a block. It could be the earth. It could be your shin. Put a teeny tiny micro bend in your front leg so that you can turn your right thigh muscle, your quad, on. Exhale and press down and out through both feet. Inhale, grow your torso really long, opening your heart. Exhale, turn your heart open. Feel for that line of energy from your bottom arm across your heart to your top arm, opening up. Keep that open. Exhale and slide your shoulders down your back. Open your heart more. Separate leg forward bend. Bring your top arm down. Turn your torsos over to the left side of your mat, the long side of your mat. Grab your big toes or the outsides of your feet. Inhale and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. You can also, if you don't like those grips, you can have your hands flat on the mat. That's okay too. Press down into your feet. Make your legs really strong and active. Inhale, lift your toes, lift your low belly. Exhale, let your upper body be soft and supple like a waterfall. Roberta, bend your knees just a little more. And then let your front of your body do like a little baby back bend in your upper back. Yeah, keep that length and now fold. Pyramid, release your arms, walk your hands and feet around to your front foot, turning your toes to 12, front toes to 12 o'clock. Step your back foot in about a foot, maybe a foot and a half. And then your back toes are at about 10 o'clock. Pull your right hip back, lift your left hip high. Inhale, get long in your torso. Exhale, bow forward. You can use your hands to do something. With your fingertips, you can inhale and pull your heart forward so that you continue to get length in your spine. On your exhale, you can press into your front big toe and your fingertips to draw your right hip back. Play with that. You can sway your hips from side to side. See how that feels. Twisting triangle. More or less the same leg position. You might need to bring your back leg in a little more or lift your back heel up. Left hand goes on a block or the earth or your shin. Inhale, Get really long through the front of your body. Exhale, turn your heart open. Imagine that your thigh bones could move apart energetically. Inhale, lengthen your left ribs even more. Exhale, turn your heart open. Chaturanga, let it go. And you flow. Cobra, low cobra, maybe up dog. Down dog. You have another side. Step your left foot between your hands. Come on up into crescent. Open up, warrior two. Plant both feet firmly. Open your arms. Triangle. Straighten your front leg, but it doesn't have to be locked. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt. Alyssa, put a little bend in your front knee. You almost like you knew what I was going to say. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull the pit of your belly back to your spine and tuck your sitting bones to your back heel. Make length in your low back. Open the bones of your hand, top hand in particular, to open your heart. And you can relax your neck if you'd like. And just see what happens when you open this line of energy along the right side of your neck. Separate leg forward bend. Bring your right arm down. Turn your torso and toes to the right. If you want a different arm position now, interlace your fingers at your low back if that feels okay. And then if that feels okay, draw your shoulder blades together, straighten your arms. Inhale, lengthen your spine and let your arms fall overhead. Spin your inner upper thighs to the back and balloon breath into your low back, your sacrum. Exhale, feel for letting go of tension in your jaw, your throat, your upper back. Release this pose, bring your hands to your hips and then hands to the ground. Walk your hands around and feet around to pyramid. Step your back foot in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Jonathan, I would make it even shorter stance, like step your back foot in another 6 inches or so. See if that makes it a little less strenuous and a little more sukha, a little softer. Let your neck go completely in this pose. There is a little baby secret back bend in your upper back in this and almost all forward folds. Find that. It's like a little cobra in your upper back. Twisting triangle. So for those of you with a tweaky low back, you can keep your hand on your sacrum, and instead of making it so much about the twist, feel for the length in your torso. And then only if your body sort of naturally twists with your breath, you twist a little while keeping your inner legs engaged, your belly engaged, and your sacrum neutral. Claire, lengthen your right side ribs a lot, big. It might help to move your bottom hand forward a little more. So move the block forward. Yes, try it that way. Oh yeah, that's like 6 inches longer. That's a whole other pose. Ease your shoulders away from your ears, both of you, especially your bottom shoulder, Albina. Yes. Nice. Chaturanga. You go. High to low with enthusiasm. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. It's 11:11, y'all. If you want to make a little prayer, the universe is winking at us. Big breath in. Open your mouth and take a big breath out. What do you have to be grateful for in this moment? We always have so much to be grateful for. And internally, you can just say, thank you. Inhale to high plank. And then slowly lower all the way to the ground. Right ear on the mat, relax. Take a moment to rest here. This is a resting pose. Locust pose. Place your chin on the mat, palms down, reaching back toward your feet. Anchor your hips, that's your platform. And then inhale, bring your torso forward and up. Maybe your arms lift. And then maybe if your low back feels okay, your legs lift as well. Roll your thumbs up to the sky like Fonzie thumbs. Yeah, like you're giving the thumbs up. And feel how that opens your heart even more. The other way, Jacqueline. The other way. Like if you were going to give a thumbs up, you wouldn't do it that way. That would be weird, right? Do it the other way. Rotate your thumbs all the way around the other way, Jacqueline. The other way. Yes, like that. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your spine. Lift your heart. Okay, release all that joy. Left ear on the mat. Relax. You can do that same pose again, or if you want another variation, interlace your fingers at your low back if that's not tweaky on your shoulders, wrists, or elbows. And then reach back energetically with your big toes. Inhale and lift your heart forward and up away from your big toes. Everybody take a big breath in and tuck your tailbone on the exhale toward your toes, toward your heels. If you've got your hands, you could squeeze your palms together potentially and breathe into the top of your heart. Lift up the back of your skull a little higher. And release. Right here on the mat, relax. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. Catch a hold of your feet. You can also do this one leg at a time if that's more accessible to you, and it's a beautiful way to do it. Start with your knees somewhat together, inner thighs up. Press your feet into your hands. Use the strength of your legs to rise up. Lisa, spread your toes wide, and not Lisa, spread your toes wide. Whether you're Lisa or not Lisa, press strongly into your legs and let your upper body feel lifted by your legs, supported by your legs, the opening of your heart coming from the strength of your legs. Make the back of your neck long. Tuck your chin into your throat and lift even higher. And release. Come on down. Opposite ear, opposite shoulder, relaxasana. This is just like a little shavasana. Or in Spanish, Shavasana-sita. Just a little one. All right. One more bow pose just because it's Saturday and you're alive and you're on a yoga mat. Why not? One more bow pose. Come on up. It's usually the one that you don't want to do that changes you. So I always make myself do it even when I don't want to. Press your feet into your hands and rise. You know, if you do bow pose a lot and you feel pretty open, you could try the grip on the insides of your feet, and that's a whole other thing. Hello. Okay, release. Come on down. And you can wiggle your hips side to side. That can feel good. Upward facing yogi. Up dog. Pull your heart through. Press your toenails down. Claw the earth back. Big breath in. Down dog. Okay. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float to seated and lie down on your back, setting up for bridge. Bring your feet in, flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Arms alongside your torso, palms facing up. So Jacqueline, turn your palms up. The reason why we say turn your palms up, because that externally rotates your shoulders and opens your heart. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale and curl your low back up, your mid back up, and the back of your heart up. Stacy, walk your feet a little bit away from your torso because right now you've got your knees out way past you. Yeah, a little bit more. Right there. Now that's stacked actually. That may feel more supportive. I don't know. Inhale, lift the back of your heart. If it doesn't, you can change it. Exhale, press into your inner feet and your heels. Send your thigh bones away from your heart. Inhale, balloon the back of your heart toward your nose. Exhale, curl your pubic bone a little bit toward your navel. To come out, bring your upper back down, curl your pubic bone toward your navel, then your mid back down, and then your low back down. Take a breath in. Open your mouth and let it out. Wheel. Hands by your ears. If your wheel looks suspiciously like a bridge today, that's okay. Otherwise, hands by your ears and inhale, come on up. Everyone, get your inner legs engaged. Claire, press into your feet and send more weight into your hands so that you're moving your torso, shoulders over your wrists. So press into your feet more. Draw your armpits back. Everyone, relax your neck. Get inner feet, inner legs, and then come down. Chin to chest. Take a breath in. Don't hug your knees in just yet. Okay. Wheel number 2. Come on up, yogis. Thinking about wheel is not wheel, FYI. Only doing wheel is wheel. Yes, get your inner feet. Spread your thumbs wide, Nally, and press into your inner arms. Yes, so you get roots. And then from your inner arms, inner legs, open your heart. Release. Come down, chin to chest. Yeah, if you want to wiggle your wrists out a little bit, that's okay. Wheel number 3. This is the last one, so make it the best one. It's Saturday and you're alive, so why not do wheel? Come on up. Wrap your shoulder blades away from one another, tweeze your elbows, and press down into your inner arms diligently. If you want, you can come up onto your tippy toes and then press more weight so you stack your shoulders over your wrists. Keep that and start to slowly lower your heels down, but keeping that shoulders over wrists. Nice, Angela. And then come on down, chin to chest. Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees out wide. Put one hand over your heart and one hand over your low belly. If Supta Baddha Konasana hurts your low back or feels tweaky in any way, there is an alternative. You can plant your feet flat like bridge, but then widen them maybe a little and let your knees tent in together, and that might feel better. Soak breath right into the space of your heart. The heart is where we get access to gratitude. Your heart beats even if you pay no attention to it. It's just there, giving you the gift of life all day, every day, and not asking anything in return except pay attention to it every once in a while. See what it has to say. Take your hands to the outsides of your legs and bring them together. Hug your knees into your chest. Now you can kind of roll side to side. You can take opposite elbows if it feels good. You can do little circles with your knees. Happy baby, baby. Take a hold of the sides of your feet. And eventually, maybe your heels are right in line with your knees. Flex your feet. Lengthen your tailbone down to the mat. Y'all are getting wild over there, Andrew and Nally. They're just like rolling side to side. They are truly happy babies. Spread the bones of your feet wide. Take a big soaking breath down into your low back, your sacrum. Exhale as you gently pull with your hands, press your feet into your hands and reach your tailbone toward the mat. spreading all of your sacrum into the mat. Helps decompress your low back. And now, what also helps reset your low back is core work. Yes. Elbow to knee abs. Bring your knees over your hips. These are more like bicycle abs. Interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Instead of pulling on your head, let your head rest back into your arms. 90-degree angles with your knees. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. See if you can get your shoulder blades off the ground. Pull belly in. Exhale, left elbow, right knee, and extend the opposite leg. And switch. Cross your body and switch. If you can touch your legs with your elbow, that's amazing. If it doesn't happen, that's still amazing. If you want it more challenging, bring your legs lower and your legs straighter. Keep going. Pull the pit of your belly to your spine and keep your low back glued to the ground. Lift your chin. Elbows wide, eyes high. Keep going. Keep going. Low back grounded into the earth. Keep going. This is you unwinding your core, getting stronger, proving that you can do anything. Keep going. Let your amazing body take over. Your core is getting stronger. It's supporting you. It's making you more supported, more grounded, more connected to the earth, to your core. Keep going. Yes, spread your toes wide and keep going. When you want to give up, keep going. Just when you want to quit, find out what's on the other side of that urge to quit, because sometimes it's a breakthrough, sometimes it's a miracle, sometimes it's nothing, but you'll never know unless you go just a little bit past that I want to quit point. Keep going. Keep going. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! You doozed it, as my daughter used to say. You doozed it. She used to actually say her sister doozed it. Kawina doozed it. All right, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big, loving hug. And you have a couple of options. We're moving to Navasana boat pose. You can rock and roll along your spine until you come up into a letter V. That's Navasana boat pose. Or you can just roll to one side and come up into a V. Albina, I want you to show them all the versions really quickly. So first, start with your heels on the ground and hugging the backs of your legs in. So that could be version 1. And then version 2 is you start to lift your legs and you're still hugging them in. And then version 3 is you straighten your legs and your arms are out. Oh, and then you can do the Albina cheats version and holds on to her legs. So pick your version, preferably not the cheating version. Pull your low belly back. Lift your heart up. Now, cross your ankles, place your hands on the ground by your hips. Round your spine, press into your hands, pull up from your roots of your spine and lift your butt up off the ground. Then lower down Navasana one more time. You got about 5 breaths here. Lift your heart, spread your collarbones. Alyssa, lift your heart. Yes. Okay, release, cross your ankles the other way. Lift your butt up off the ground. You can float through to a chaturanga, or you can just walk back to down dog or crawl there, or however you can get to down dog. You can vinyasa your way there. You choose. And then come into downward facing dog. Pigeon right side. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm and take pigeon. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. So this can be a super challenging pose, and for some of you who maybe are feeling a little tight in your hips, one way to modify this is to take eye of the needle instead. So maybe, Andrew, you might even want to lay on your back and take eye of the needle. And the way you do that is you kind of cross your right ankle over your thigh and pull your thigh in. So that might be your modification, or you could do it the way Natalie's showing. That's fine too. But if it hurts, avoid it. That's the main thing. You just don't want it to hurt. Relax your neck. Alyssa, come back, come back. Back into your body, back into your breath. Inhale and fill up your low back, your sacrum with breath. Feel your low belly expand to the mat. Exhale, soften in your jaw, your throat, your tongue. With every exhale, feel for softening internally. More and more and more. Where can you do a little less right now? Remember what Albina said earlier today, if you were in, she said, I can do less and receive more. Downward facing dog. Place your hands under your shoulders, step back. You could, if you wanted, raise your right leg up, do some circles. You could make a sound like, ah, that felt good. Pigeon, left side. Bring your left knee to your left upper arm and take pigeon. Here's a secret. Yoga can feel good. It doesn't have to be all suffering. And so if it feels like 60 minutes of suffering, or this pose feels like 20 breaths of suffering, find another approach. Find another approach that doesn't cause suffering. Suffering is optional in this pose. Where in this breath can I do less and receive more? Where in my life can I do less and receive more? When we are in a space of gratitude, we are looking for what we are receiving already, what's already here. Just receive what's here now. That's gratitude. Downward facing dog. Yeah, you can circle your legs around. You can make a big breath. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Walk or float to seated with your legs straight out in front for a forward fold. Flex your toes back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, bow. Let your neck go. Send your sitting bones back and down. Send your heart forward and up. Shoulders stand. Lie down on your back. If you want Viparita, that's waterfall, you can just have your sacrum, your low back on the ground, legs up over your hips. If you want a little more, bring your hands to your back. Lift your toenails in line with your eyeballs and support yourself with your hands. Ease your shoulders away from your ears. Make your legs really strong. Plow pose. You can let your toes fall overhead. If your toes touch the ground, you can release your arms. You could stay in Viparita, that's fine. If you want to bend your knees and round them, you could do that. Slowly make your way with loving awareness all the way down to the ground. Simple spinal twist. Bring your feet flat on the ground. Pick up your hips and move them a couple inches to the left. You could, if you want to, wrap your left leg over your right, or just keep your knees side by side. Simple twist. Knees go to the right. Soak breath into your left ribs. And on your exhale, let your left ribs soften to the mat. If your legs are twisted, unwind your legs, and then one leg at a time, bring them back to center. Hug your knees into your chest, place your feet flat, then move your legs over to the right, or your hips, sorry, and then you can wrap your right leg over your left and twist your knees to the left. And I'll just pause for a little while. I realize that God's smiling on me all the time. And He's waiting for me to smile back. Unwind your legs, come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big loving hug. Shavasana. Spread yourself out in a way that feels good. Take a long, slow breath into your heart. Open your mouth, and from your heart, let out. I often use this pose, time in this pose, to count my blessings. Count them until I run out. And the funny thing is, I never run out. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, let everything out. Awakening into this sense of how blessed we already are. Begin to wake up your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, knees and elbows, shoulders and hips. Stretch out in a way that feels amazing. Like you're awakening for the very first time. One by one, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Internally, you can say, thank you. Acknowledging yourself. Thank you for showing up on the mat. And roll gently toward the screen. Using your bottom arm as a pillow, you can stay there for a breath or so. And lovingly making your way up to seated, sit up really tall. Bring your hands to your heart, soft bow of your head. I'm going to ask you to do something a little different today. Raise your arms up overhead, facing the screen, palms straight ahead. This is a pose of surrender. If you were in a fight, this would be the worst thing you could do, right? Because it's saying, like, I'm open. And internally, you can say, I trust that I'm divinely guided. I don't need to fight. I trust that I'm supported. I don't have to do it all myself. I trust that I am blessed. And I simply need to open my eyes to what's already here. Bring your hands to your heart. And together we say, Namaste. Yay. Thank you. I am going to take it off of mute. If you want to say anything or just say hi, you're unmuted. You have to still maybe press unmute. But anyway, it's so lovely to see you, Andrew, Nally, Jonathan, Ashley, Angela, and all of our trainees, of course. And trainees, you're going to be back at 1 o'clock Central Time. Ready for anything.